All right, everybody. Got up early this morning, come out to the garage, and we are going to work on Old Red a little bit today. I got some parts in. Got this bike running. It had not been running in over 20 years. And a lot of things that we can learn. I'm doing this on YouTube to be able to help people like myself. I'm a little late in the game. I just started with these motorcycles probably a year and a half, 2 years ago, and I'm had a hard time trying to learn anything. The people that have already arrived at this and doing really well, it's hard for them to back up and go to the very, very simple things of basics. And so we're just gonna look at the basics of things. If you're new to it, I'm gonna try to help you to where do you find parts, how do you know the original parts from aftermarket parts. And so I found some mentors to help me with some of this stuff. And this is a friend of mine's motorcycle. That's my 42. And so we're gonna work on it a little bit, try to get it running. It got it running the other day. I cleaned the carburetor and I put it in the cleaner for overnight and put it all back together. It run good, but I run into a problem. You can see right now the bowl's off there. I just took it back off. And we're gonna go over here and look at what I did to fix that. It was flooding and couldn't get it right. You can see there they put a gas line on this one instead of the metal line and the cutoff valve. They put a cutoff valve here and block that off inside. We're gonna fix that, put one back in there. I'm gonna show you what I have done to those cutoff valves to try to get one to work, how I fixed one. There's a Carl's Cycle Supply sells a really good one, but if what I have done to this works, it's gonna be way cheaper. So we're gonna go over here and look at this and answer the question today. How do you find parts for these motorcycles? And the best way to do that, we're gonna work our way over here to the bench. And I've got two books laid out here that you're gonna need. If you're gonna work with these motorcycles, you will need these books. You might as well just get them, get it over with. The first one is a parts book. It's a complete dealer's catalog. So it has the Harley Davidson numbers on that. I've got this one has 45, 61, 74, and 80 models. So, you know, you can get on eBay and order this. It's a reprint. You will need this book. I'll show you how important this book is to helping in a lot of things. Assembly, finding parts, everything. Then there's this one. I got this as a reprint. I got it again off eBay. And this book will tell you just about everything from maintenance schedule to how to adjust your valves, all of that kind of thing. So everything is in this one. You'll want to get one of these for sure, okay? And then the parts book. So had a problem with the carburetor. I'll give you a little bit of example of what happened here on this. I ordered the part. It's a V-twin, okay? And I've made it known before that some aftermarket parts, it's just necessary. I mean, you're gonna have to get a rebuild kit for a carburetor. It's gonna be aftermarket. I try to get as much original parts as I can otherwise, but some of the stuff can't be helped. I don't suggest that I had a brake pin lever, aftermarket brake, cheap junk. And so some things, if you can get original parts, get original, but this is an aftermarket part. I go to eBay either way. If I'm looking for, the reason is eBay has a lot of original stuff. People can sell stuff like that on there. So I go there a lot of times, and what I will do is I have a carburetor pulled up here in my parts book, and it has all of the part numbers, every part number. And all you have to do is get on eBay, go to the top of your search. You don't have to put in anything. You don't, as far as Harley 45 or whatever you have, pan, knuckle. You don't have to put any of that stuff in. All you have to do is put the part number in, and these parts will pop up almost every time. And a lot of times, if you try to just put in the number, or I mean the part, try to find the part that way through the name, it's very difficult to do. So just find the part number in your part manual, and then also the assembly. If you ever have any doubts as to how something goes, for instance, you know, if you're looking at any part and you want to know, is that up or down, or how that, these are put together, they're taken apart with an expanded view of how everything goes on them, so that you can get it back together the right way. Or does this have a spring in it, or did this originally have this? Because some of these parts may have been put together the wrong way, and you're trying to find it. So that's it there. And it's my problem on this carburetor. Everything was fine, but this float is the copper. You know, I don't suggest these at all, because, and the reason, the rubber ducky makes a float. That's one thing you can do if you want the best one. But the screw on this one is open to the hole, so that if they begin to leak any, or they leak around the seam, you know, then they get a little bit, doesn't take much, a little bit of gas in there, and it'll start flooding, because it won't raise up and cut off. These plastic ones that come in these rebuild kits, so far, you know, I've had good luck out of them. No problems. I can put the kit in there, and you know, they've got you get the whole seat. I replaced the seat on this one, the needle, everything is new, and they works like a charm. So, and you can see the part there on that one, but I looked that part number up. That's how I got this. I looked the part number up in the parts book, popped up on eBay, and ordered the part. The other thing you can do is find V-Twin dealer. V-Twin makes a lot of aftermarket parts. Dennis Kirk is one of them, or find one local, and you can look part numbers up. But I wanted to show you today, how do you find some parts? What books to look for and to get to try to help you to work on these. And I'm gonna put this carburetor back together and try to get this thing running. And we'll put that up on the next video. Old Red.